Wow, what a day for Bitcoin and Litecoin. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Golden Cross. We are going to be looking at Litecoin. We're going to be talking about TD Ameritrade testing both Bitcoin and Litecoin. Yes, that's right, Bitcoin and Litecoin on its brokerage platform. We're going to look at two different articles detailing the Golden Crossover and the continued bullish indicators for the market. It is very likely that we're headed out of the bear market soon into the bull market. These are the days that it's being determined. Very exciting stuff. So let's just get into it. What's up, everyone? My name is Tyler. Make sure to hit that button and hit that other button so you don't want to miss out on any other future updates. This market is getting exciting again. Bitcoin touching on 5,600 earlier today. I still believe that we're going to have somewhat of a pullback in the coming days, and I say that now so that if it does happen within the next week or few weeks, you don't get discouraged and decide, oh no, just more continued downside momentum. I don't necessarily think at all that a pullback would be bad. I think overall there are so many good signs, and one of the biggest one is the thing everyone is talking about, this golden crossover right here on Bitcoin's daily chart. So we have a lot to cover in this video, so we're just gonna jump right into it. If we look at Bitcoin first, I want to look at Bitcoin on the weekly chart. As you can see here, one of the things I'm really excited to see is that Bitcoin is finally over this 50 moving average, which it has had trouble getting over for months and months, and now it is finally over it very clearly. Again, it's possible that we come back and have to test that or test around there for support or even go under it because there are a lot of other support areas that it might fall to in the short term, but a pullback in the short term is probably going to happen. However, overall, this market seems very bullish, a lot of good indicators. And again, the major one on the daily chart here, Bitcoin, this golden crossover or a golden cross, you see the 200-day moving average getting surpassed or passed through by the 50 moving average right here, this blue line. Great stuff, great exciting stuff happening. And if we want to shift over to the 4-hour really quick on Bitcoin, very clearly above that 50 moving average as well. Are we going to see a nice another spike? Maybe. I do think that we have definite momentum in the market. And I think this thing could push a little bit higher, even in the short term. I think, like I've been saying already a few times in this video, I think we might have a small pullback soon within the next week or two. But, continued by a continued uptrend and really the resurgence of the bull market. And again, the reason I'm stressing that we might have a pullback is just so everyone is prepared, so people don't get their the panties in a bunch if the price goes down. It's natural. It's what happens in the market. On the 1 hour, again, you see clearly over this 50 moving average. On the daily, however, what we do see is the stochastic curving upwards. I do think we're going to see some continued momentum up for right now. It's possible we do hit 56 or even get close to 6,000 or touch on 6,000 this week. I don't see that being impossible. I see that being very possible, especially as the market sentiment increases, as people slowly start to believe, hey, maybe there's a chance we really are entering the next bull market. Like I said in yesterday's video, I think every single day, more and more people are in the camp of slowly thinking, we're shifting into the bull market. But just a word of caution again, even if we are doing that, which I strongly believe we are shifting into the bull market, you will still see pullbacks. Similar to the last bear market, people didn't know back then, but we were exiting the bull market and we did have a pullback here. Then a nice rally a few weeks later, another pullback after a few weeks. And then, the rest is basically history, and it went on to be the biggest bull run so far. But I think this one's going to be, much bigger, and maybe the one after that, I can't even fathom a guess at all at that. But I think this next one is going to be insane in terms of adoption, so much bigger than 2017. I think it's going to be super exciting. So let's jump into Litecoin real quick as well. Litecoin hasn't necessarily been keeping pace with Bitcoin, but if we look at CoinMarketCap, nothing has. Bitcoin for the day, I think Bitcoin was up about 6 or 7% at one point today. If you look at these 7-day charts here, you can see Bitcoin clearly is kind of on a rampage a little bit. Dominance is up from yesterday. Bitcoin dominance is almost 54%. I think it was earlier today. Things are kind of cooling down for right now. Litecoin, however, on the daily, kind of getting down to that 50 moving average, which I think is healthy. Things kind of consolidate when Bitcoin takes the cake, and Bitcoin kind of just continues to push and give the market a lot of momentum. See Litecoin kind of descending here down to that 50 week moving average right here. And then if we look to the 4 hour, you can see Litecoin underneath this, and on the 1 hour as well, you see it's underneath the 50 moving average. This is pretty much the same for a lot of coins. When Bitcoin does make big moves and kind of push past previous resistances, a lot of other coins tend to do kind of what Litecoin's doing right now. However, what's important is what Bitcoin is doing right now. Bitcoin is the leader of the market, and what we see on Bitcoin is most important. Now, this is going to be really exciting. We might see this in the next day or two, this cross on the daily EMA, 50 EMA and 200 EMA crossing right here. I know some charts actually have detailed that already, so we'll jump into that next. So this is an article published, Bitcoin price sees first golden crossover since 2015. So highlights here that the daily chart is reporting a golden cross, a bull cross of the 50 and 200 day moving averages for the first time since October of 2015, the beginning of the bull market that we exited, at the very end in the beginning of 2018, very end of 2017, beginning of 2018. The crossover represents a long-term bearish to bullish trend change. A convincing close today above 54.66 would establish another bullish higher high and boost the prospects of a rally to 6,000. That's really the key thing there. 6,000 is going to be a pain, in my opinion, to get over. However, if we just slide past that, maybe come down over the following weeks for support and then continue up, I think we're in for some crazy action. I think we're in for a crazy bull market. But right here, you can see we are not very far off. How much gains will we need to get up to there? About another 9-10% for Bitcoin's price of right now. So not that much. Plenty of times we look on CoinMarketCap and we see those percentage changes. So if we wake up tomorrow, see 0%, the following day we wake up and we see 10%, boom, we're at 6,000. That rally, however, may be preceded by consolidation or price pullback, as the golden cross is accompanied by overbought readings on RSI and a neutral long to short ratio. Basically, all that means is that this individual is saying that the future rally, which I think will be massive, will be preceded by consolidation or a pullback, which I've been saying. I completely agree with that. I think we're going to see a price pullback and then the beginning of the rally. The case for a pullback to 5,000 would strengthen if the price fails to close today above 54.66, which is the high from April 10th. And if we go on the daily chart, what that individual is referencing is this close on April 10th here, 54.66 right here, which is where the candle wicked up to. And currently we're very much so above that, about $100 more than that. So looking good so far. With Bitcoin's move to 5 months highs Tuesday, a notable bull cross of key moving averages has formed for the first time in nearly 4 years. The crypto market leader jumped to 56.27 on Bitstamp earlier today, the highest level since November of 2018, having revived the short-term bullish case with a repeated defense of key support at 51.70 last week. It did find support there, tested it, and we are continuing to climb. I'm a little surprised because I thought we would see a pullback sooner. I still think we'll see a pullback in the short term, but overall this is looking pretty bullish. And then I just want to skip down and just read this last part of this article before going on to the next one. As can be seen on the above left, this here, the 50 MA crossed the 200 MA moving average on October 28, 2015, and the price confirmed a long-term bearish to bullish trend with a close above 319 on July 12th of 2015's high 2 days later. The follow-through to that positive trend change was strong, and Bitcoin went on to reach all-time highs of $20,000 by December of 2017, 2 years later. This time around, the confirmation of the golden crossover has been preceded by the violation of the bearish low highs and lower lows pattern on April 2nd. And just going on to this article here, I just want to touch on something very briefly. Bitcoin almost touched 5,600, which it did on some exchanges, forming its first bullish golden cross since October of 2015. And for this article, I just want to skip down here to this chart here. So this was the golden cross back in 2015. The death cross, we all remember, in 2018, which signaled kind of the bear market. However, now we're getting the golden cross again. And if that really is the case, I think this bull market might come much sooner than the previous bull market, meaning the bear market is a lot shorter. Some fundamental reasons for that, actually, because I think there are fundamental reasons, is just that the space has grown, the attention has grown, the adoption has grown, the use has grown, everything has grown in the space for the better, and it's becoming more and more legitimate, and I don't think people want to miss out. And on that note, TD Ameritrade is testing both Bitcoin and Litecoin. Again, Bitcoin, of course, kind of obvious, but also Litecoin. 2 coins, pretty great. Those are the 2 being tested. And, this is a headline you wouldn't see back in 2015 in that bull market, the beginning of that bull market. So, I mean, that's just another example of something that came out today, news that came out today, that kind of further legitimizes how much this space has grown since the beginning of the last bull market in 2015. And I think it's going to continue to grow. And I think overall it's just really good for the space. And there's a lot of great things coming. So guys, with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that button, hit that other button, and I will see you in the next episode.